Welcome back to the Kilowatts. We just bought this brand new 2022 Tesla Model S long range and saved $15,000 in doing so. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about this car, why we decided to buy it, and what we're gonna do with it now that we've got it. But before we get into all of that, we've got to rewind the clock a little bit. Just a couple of weeks ago, we told you that we had accepted an offer from Vroom for $52,000 for our Mustang Mach-E. We were selling it not because we didn't love it, but because it had a safety recall on the glass that Ford wasn't willing to replace until sometime next year. Well, fate would have it that Tesla reached out the next day letting us know that our long-range Model S that we ordered back in January was finally available. On top of that, they would offer $500 more than Vroom for the trade-in of our Mach-E. Not only that, but because I reserved this car back in January before the prices went up, I would be able to buy this $95,000 Model S for just $80,000. So that's how we ended up here. This Model S is effectively the cheapest new Model S that you can buy today. It's got the 19-inch wheels, white paint, and a black interior. But if you saw our review of a black long-range Model S, you'll know that we call this car the poor man's Plaid. Looking at it, it's nearly identical to the Plaid, with the exception of the spoiler, the Plaid badge, and some stitching in the seats. Driving it, you lose almost a full second worth of acceleration, but honestly, with acceleration this quick, 95% of people won't even be able to tell the difference. So effectively, I was presented with the opportunity to buy what could be mistaken for a $150,000 car for just $80,000. Buying the car was pretty easy. I just had to sign a few pieces of paperwork to process the trade-in, and the rest of the paperwork was done right there in the app. That's it. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. So we just traded in the Mustang Mach-E. We got almost exactly what we owed for it. We owed $53,000. We got $52,500 from Tesla. Kind of to my surprise, we also got an additional $2,000, what they tagged as a referral credit, but it appears like that was just a matter of having to wait for our vehicle and get repaired to maybe a different VIN. But yeah, so net, we ended up paying basically like additional $30,000 for this. This was an $80,000 vehicle, and we basically traded in for a $53,000 vehicle. This car, getting it for $80,000 right now is incredible, because if you were to reserve one today, and you're not even gonna get it for 6 to 9 months, it's gonna be $95,000. So I'm super excited to have this one at $80,000 to then have the option to do whatever we want with it. But now we've got the hard part, deciding what to do with it. For the last 3 years, we've been buying mid-market electric vehicles like Tesla Model 3s and Model Ys and renting them out on Turo. With cars like the Model 3 and Model Y, it's just a much more intuitive experience. There's a round wheel, more familiar stocks, and a much more intuitive touchscreen. So my renters, for the most part, just hop in and go. With the new Model S, there's a lot more to learn. Obviously, there's the yoke steering, which is different. There's the touch capacitive buttons, which we talked about during our review video. And this new user interface is much more confusing with a lot more things to customize. So it's gonna be more difficult to coach people through using it. So obviously we could sell it. You know, if you were to place an order for this exact car today, it would cost you $95,000 and you'd be waiting for at least 6 months to take delivery. So I see that we could easily sell this for 95, maybe even 100. But we wouldn't learn anything renting this car out if we did that. So for now, we're gonna keep it, we're gonna wrap it like we do with all of our cars, and in a few months, we'll determine whether we're gonna keep it long-term or whether or not we're gonna sell it. We also have a Model X long range expected in February, and a Rivian expected in about that same time frame as well. So maybe we'll trade it in for those, or maybe we'll keep all the above. But if you enjoyed this, if you enjoy our kind of behind the scenes Turo fleet videos, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.